Hello. Oh, let me fix that. Good Lord, that was rough. Okay, so let me get what I was going to have for you guys ready. Alright, now you should be able to see on the screen here what we are going to be talking about today. We have, let me move that. Don't need the cord in the way of the screen here. So we have the exact rule book of what is the rules for a UFC fight. So we got the legal versus illegal zone here. As you can see, the Association of Boxing Commissions, the back of the head is strictly defined as a 2-inch wide vertical strip running down the center of the skull, the crown to the nape. The illegal zone starts exactly at the crown, the top back of the head, where the skull begins to slope down and runs down to the exact center line of the skull with a 1-inch variance to either side. The neck. Once that line reaches the occipital junction, the nape of the neck, the illegal zone widens to cover the entire width of the neck. It then narrows back down to a 1-inch variance on either side of the spine all the way down to the tailbone. What is legal? Any strike that lands behind the ear or on the temporal lateral curve of the skull is completely legal, even if it feels or looks like the back of the head to the spectator. So, imagine a fighter wearing a narrow 2-inch wide mohawk. Only the area covered by that mohawk is illegal. The side of the head behind the ears are fair game. Now, I hope that is clear enough for everybody. So I'm going to keep going. The turning your head clause, fighter responsibility. A major point of frustration for fans is when a fighter is finishing an opponent on the ground with ground and pound, and several shots seem to land directly on the back of the head without the referee stepping in. The unified rules explicitly account for this under referee discretion and fighter positioning. So, if a fighter is hunting for a legal target like the side of the head or the jaw and throws a punch, but their opponent turns their head or moves at the last millisecond, causing the punch to land on the back of the head, it is not ruled a foul. The referee will usually yell a warning, watch the back of the head, but they will not deduct points or pause the action because the striker did not intentionally target the illegal zone. Intentional targeting. A referee will only intervene, deduct points, or disqualify a fighter if the target is completely stationary. E.g., a fighter is completely pancaked but face down on the canvas and the striker deliberately loops short shots directly into that 2-inch mohawk zone. Because MMA is highly chaotic and fighters are constantly twisting, turtling up, or trying to wrestle up while being hit, referees heavily give the benefit of the doubt to the attacking fighter, unless a fighter is totally immobile and getting systematically hit down the exact center line of the skull. The referee will view those clipping shots as a natural consequence of the bottom fighter turning away from danger. Now, I've got this pulled up. I think we're going to watch this so we can see exactly what we're talking about here. When we get to the exact point where I know where the point is, but once we get there, I'm going to slow this down, and we're going to where to stop this right here. Now, if you can see, hold on, I didn't turn on my mouse here, but right here on the back of Cyryl's, like, imagine him having a 2-inch wide mohawk. That is all the zone there is that is illegal. So, let me go over here. I'm going to fix this so you can see my cursor, and I'm going to point out the zone. Right here. right here. Okay, so if you can't see it, it's right. Now you can capture it. Now you can see my mouse. Like, look, this right here is that zone. This right here, 2 inches wide. That's 2 inches. That is not that big. And as you can see, if you land any hit anywhere but here, you're going to be fine. So let's understand that. Now, because when I looked at his striking defense, which is Alex Pereira's like bread and butter is striking, right? So when I was looking at this, I saw his striking defense was very good and his movement was very good. So I knew Pereira was going to have a problem with this fight, and that's what he did. As soon as Gane started trying to take him down, his hands did not go. They were just stuck because he didn't know what to do. And if he had let his hand go, then he wouldn't have had such a problem, and he probably would have won this fight. But he didn't. So let's continue on. Slow this down. This is where we're talking about, right here. Now, we're going to play this on slow motion. We'll go at half speed. Now, watch. Let's keep going. We're going to slow this down even more. Let's go to 0.25. I think that's the slowest we can watch it at. Look, behind the ear. That's behind the ear. That is on the side of the face. Side of the face. These are all legal shots. Alright? So far, I have not seen one hit that violates the rules that we just talked about from the rule book. Now, it's hard to see right there, but Periria is right on top of the action. He can clearly see these shots. That is legal. That's legal. That is legal. Look at that. Nowhere is it hitting the back of the head where he has a 2-inch mohawk. There's nothing illegal there that I can see from this angle. So we're going to keep going. We got about a minute left of this. Nothing illegal. Nothing. I just want to end this discussion because he lost. There's no changing it. There's no getting a no contest out of this. There's no disputing it. He lost. So I just want to end this one way or the other. If there was a little shots, then I would say, hey, he's got something to complain about. But there's nothing. So let's go. Let's keep seeing so far. There's nothing but so far. It's just a bad match. Everybody says it was a bad match. Oh, it's on. Look, good elbow. Good elbow. Damn, you're just getting robbed. Damn. That was a glance. Nothing clean there. Land stop there. Nothing illegal there. Nothing illegal there. So now see if I can find, because this seems to have nothing bad here. Let me see if I can find another video. Let's go right here. I'm going to do this one. We'll slow this one down too. Once it gets to the point.
Will be 39 shop by Gane.
This is round 2. Apparently this is where they say it happened right here. Bam, side of the head, side of the head, side of the head, side of the head. Again. I know you guys are seeing this. Obviously I can't go on certain places and post that or anything like that. Look, again, side of the head. Side of the head. And her Gane is right on top of this. That is side of the head. That one might have been one. Might have been. But you guys let me know. Did you hear her Gane say watch the back of the head? Did y'all hear that? Did you watch the fight? Because I didn't hear, when I was watching the fight, I did not hear no watch the back of the head. I didn't hear a single thing about that. So, again, this is 2 videos now. Let's go. Let's find a third one. Let's find a third one. Let's go to this one. This is a third different video here. We don't need to see any of that. We don't need to see any of that. We don't need to see any of that.
Check that second
We'll watch it from this point. This is the third video. If this ain't enough to handle the debate, whether these were illegal hits or not, I don't know what to tell you. But for this man to come out and say he hit him, or I see people say he hit him with 11, 5 to 11 illegal shots. We're slowing it down. We're watching it. I watched it live.
The jab.
And I could only see one shot that was maybe illegal. Maybe. And I watch a lot of UFC fights. I see grabbing the cages. Thank you to whoever's watching. I'm glad you're here. This one is good. I've seen a lot of UFC fights where people are grabbing the cages and they'll either say stop grabbing the cage, or they'll take their hand and pull it off the cage or whatever. And I see a lot of back of the head shots that ain't are illegal, but they're not. Because like I said, let's do this again for the person that just showed up. If we're looking at the back of this man's head, you can see my cursor right here. It's a 2-inch wide mohawk going to the crown of the head. Anything over here is legal. Anything over here is legal. Now, when you get to the neck, anything back here on the spinal cord or this is all illegal. But once you get up here, it is a 2-inch wide mohawk area. In the middle of their skull is where it's illegal. So, based on that, let's roll it. This is the third time we went through this.
Down the tip there by Gane, just show 'em wrestling. Even if
This is the third time we went through this. And if you weren't here from before, it's a 2-inch wide mohawk on the back of his head. Is where the illegal zone is. Let's speed this up. So if you can see right here, This is the zone. Right there. Right there in the middle of his head. A 2-inch wide mohawk. That would be a legal shot. That's it. Back in here. Good. Anywhere but this 2-inch zone.
Continuously find
So let's see in this third example where these illegal shots are. But I've seen it all the time. 5 to 11 illegal shots. And that's just nonsense. I've seen in the first example we saw maybe one. That's enough to constitute one. So this is the end of the first round. Let's get to the second round. We're gonna see this very soon. And we're going in slow motion. I want you guys to see that those people that are talking about illegal shots, they're talking about their past. They have no idea the rule book. They have no idea what the rules say. And they think every shot behind the ears is an illegal shot. It's not.
Pretty concerted effort on.
Okay, so he went for a takedown, he shoved him off, all this good stuff. Here's what we're talking about right here. Look at this. Oh, this is a bad angle. That's a bad angle. Let's get out of that. That's a bad angle. So let's go this. Let's go to this short.
Blacking and bluing on the inside of Pineda's
All
rear
right.
leg.
Yeah, we're almost
Pretty
there.
concerted effort on the shot by Gane, Pineda-wise too.
All right, right there. Now, can I slow this down? Okay, I can't slow it down, but I can right here. Let's just look. Maybe.
Big elbows from Bongaman.
It's all to the side. There's one maybe two. Something like that.
Pineda back to his feet. Oh, crushing right from Gane. And now a counter left from Pineda.
Let's look at this slow-mo. I like to do the slow-mo because let's go to this. This is
Pineda shot by Gane.
Alright, it's already slowed down. This is perfect. This is perfect. Look, side of the head. Side of the head. That's legal. 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 Another legal. Now that one may have been right. That one may have been. But still, this is too close. You can't. Then, once I'm done with this one, we'll find. Alright, we're done. We're done with that. That's over. Now, again, what does this say right here if y'all can't read it? Because MMA is highly chaotic and fighters are constantly twisting, curling up, and trying to wrestle up while being hit. Referees heavily give the benefit of the doubt to the attacking fighter. Unless a fighter is totally immobile and gets systematically hit on the exact same line of the skull, and that means the back of the skull right here, the center, alright, like a 2-inch walk up to the top of the head. The referee will view those settings.
Trying to survive.
a natural consequence of the fighter turning away from the standard. So, were these shots illegal? Maybe one or two, but the referee, like we just said here, is going to give the benefit of the doubt to the attacking fighter. So, thank you for watching. This, to me, ends the discussion. There was no 5 to 11 illegal shots. I don't want to hear none of that. He lost, plain and simple. What he should have done was he should have shot for maybe a takedown to give Ciryl Gane something to think about. Or how about let your hands go? Because what I saw was him being scared of the takedown. Ciryl Gane striking his hands and his movement was giving him a problem. So he could not let his hands go. And that's why he lost the fight. So thank you for watching. That's the end of this discussion. I'm going to leave this right here for y'all to see while I'm talking. These are the rules. Any strike that lands behind the ear, that occurred assault is completely legal. So, y'all have a good day. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, he was for a long time. When he got dropped here, they started elbowing.